Dear students, this is the last session of fifth chapter, Market Equilibrium. Here we are going to discuss about shift in demand curve and government intervention in price determination. Now we can analyze the effect of shift in demand curve on equilibrium quantity and number of firms under free entry and free exit. Here there are two situations. The very first situation is demand curve shift to the right, and the second situation is demand curve shift to the left. When demand curve shift to the right, this is the diagram. Price is marked on the y-axis and quantity is marked on the x-axis. DD is our demand curve and supply curve is parallel to x-axis. The intersecting point of demand curve and supply curve is plotted, is marked using E. It is the equilibrium point where price is equal to minimum average cost. The equilibrium quantity is Q. The increase in demand shifted the demand curve from DD to D1. When demand increases, new demand curve is called D1. And due to the excess demand, when demand increases, it causes excess demand. Due to this excess demand at price P, some consumers are willing to pay higher price. When excess demand is there, some consumers will pay higher price, and this leads to rise in price. And some firms earn supernormal profit, which will attract new firms into the industry. So what happens when demand curve shift to the right? When demand curve shift to the right, it causes excess demand and some consumers are willing to pay higher price. Then price will increase. This enables some firms to earn supernormal profit. By seeing this supernormal profit, new firms will enter into the industry. Then what happens after their entry? The entry of new firms wipe out supernormal profit and the price will again reach at P. So due to the entry of new firms, supply in the market increases. Again, the supernormal profit disappears and price will again reach at a P. So this is what happens when there is an increase in demand. It causes excess demand, and due to this excess demand, some consumers will pay higher price. Then price will increase, and it helps some firm. It helps some firm to earn supernormal profit, which will attract new firms. The entry of firms disappear. Firms wipe out the supernormal profit due to the increase in supply, and the price will again reach at a P, where price is equal to minimum average cost. So the equilibrium point moves from E to E1. Now the equilibrium point is E1, and the quantity increases from Q to Q1. The new equilibrium number of firms increases from N to N1. So let me conclude. If the demand curve shift to the right, equilibrium quantity and equilibrium number of firms will increase, but equilibrium price will remain the same in the market where there is free entry and exit. If demand curve shift to the right, what happens? Or if the demand curve increases, the equilibrium quantity and equilibrium number of firms will increase, but there is no change in the equilibrium price. It will remain in the same. It will remain the same in the market where there is free entry and exit. The next situation, when demand curve shift to the left. Price is marked on the y-axis, quantity is marked on the x-axis. DD is our demand curve and supply curve, which is parallel to x-axis. E is our equilibrium, where price is equal to minimum average cost, and the equilibrium quantity is Q. The decrease in demand curve for some reason shift to the demand curve from DD to D2. So due to the decrease in demand, the demand curve shift to D2. So D2 is our new demand curve. The equilibrium point moves from E to E2. From E, it becomes E2. and equilibrium quantity decreases from Q to Q2. This leads to excess supply. So when demand curve shift to the left, what happens? It leads to excess supply at a price P. So some firms which will be unable to sell their desired quantity will wish to lower the price and incur loss. And the firms which incur loss leave the industry and price again rises to P. The number of firms in this situation decreases from N to N2. So what happens when demand curve shift to the left? When demand curve shift to the left, the demand decreases and it leads to excess supply. So some firms, under excess supply situations, some firms wish to lower the price and they will incur loss. The firms which incur loss leave the industry and again the price increases to P. When demand curve shift to the left, equilibrium price remains the same and equilibrium quantity and number of firms decrease. So there is no change in the equilibrium price when demand curve shift to the left, but the equilibrium quantity and the number of firms decreases. Government intervention in price determination. Price ceiling and floor price are examples of government intervention in price determination. Here we are going to check how government influences or how government intervenes in price determination. There are mainly two methods. One is price ceiling and other one is for floor price. What is price ceiling? It is the upper limit on the price of goods and services imposed by the government to protect the interest of consumers. It will be always less than equilibrium price. So price ceiling means fixing a upper limit on the price of goods and services, which means producers can't sell the goods above that price. It is the upper limit. It is a higher limit on the price of goods and services. It is imposed by government in order to protect the interest of consumers. And this price ceiling price will always be less than equilibrium price. So price ceiling prevent a price from rising above a certain level. The next one is floor price. Floor price means it is otherwise known as support price. It is the minimum price of goods and services fixed by the government to protect the interest of producers. So in order to protect the interest of producers, government has taken a measure that's called a floor price or support price. It is the minimum price. It is the minimum price of goods and services. And this price is fixed by the government. It will be more than equilibrium price. So price floors prevent a price from falling below a certain level. So this is a minimum price. You have to pay for that price, particular good or service. The price floors helps a price from falling below a certain level. It will be more than the equilibrium price. So these are the two methods through which government intervenes in price determination. Price ceiling means it is the upper limit on the price of goods, and floor price, which means it is the minimum price of goods and services. Price ceiling is imposed to protect the interest of consumers, whereas floor price is imposed to protect the interest of producers. Price ceiling. Here in this diagram, price is marked on the y-axis and quantity is marked on the x-axis. DD is our demand curve and SS is our supply curve. The intersecting point between demand and supply is called equilibrium point. Will be given E, the name E, and the corresponding price is called equilibrium price. P is equilibrium price and the corresponding quantity is given the name Q. If the P is the equilibrium price determined by the forces of demand and supply, equilibrium quantity is Q. If the market price is too high for a common man, the government to protect them fixes ceiling price as PC. So PC is our ceiling price, which means it is the upper limit, alright? It is the upper limit on the price of goods and services imposed by government. If market price is higher, then government, in order to protect the common man, government fixes ceiling price. Here PC is our ceiling price. At price PC, demand is QC and supply is QC dash. So the ceiling price, demand is QC. Please note the corresponding demand. Demand is QC and supply is QC dash. Here demand is more than supply. So excess demand. So price ceiling leads to excess demand. And this causes long queue in the ration shops. The consumers get less than what they want through ration shops. So some consumers are willing to pay higher price due to excess demand. It creates black market. It says that when demand is more than supply, it causes excess demand. And due to this excess demand, it causes long queues in the ration shops, and the consumers get less than what they want through ration shops. But some consumers are willing to pay higher price due to excess demand. This creates black market. What is black market? When goods are sold at a price higher than the price fixed by government, it's called a black market. So price ceiling, finally it causes black market. When goods are sold at a price higher than the price fixed by government, it's called a black market. Black market. The next one is floor price. DT is our demand curve and SS is our supply curve. The intersecting point is called the equilibrium, where price is equal to P and corresponding quantity is Q. In the market equilibrium, price is P and equilibrium quantity is Q. The price floor declared by the government to protect the interest of the farmers or producers is PF. So PF is the price fixed by the government, which is higher than the market price. The market price is P. The price fixed by government is higher than the market price, that is PF. At PF, market demand is QF dash and market supply is QF, which means supply is higher than demand. At this point, supply is more than demand and this causes excess supply. The surplus quantity due to government's floor price declaration is collected by the government at PF price. So when supply is more than demand, that excess supply is collected by the government at a floor price, which is higher than the market price. And then what the government do after that? The product is sold when market price increases. When market price increases, that same product, the surplus quantity, will be sold in the market. If this surplus commodity is not collected by government, the market price will go down. If it is not collected by the government, the market price will decrease. If it is collected, then what the government do? It will be sold when market price increases. Thank you.